Yo, what's good, you guys? Man, happy whatever day in which you're watching this. I am excited to bring this quick presentation to you. If you don't know me, it's your first time encountering this video. My name is Marco. I run BizfundingSecrets, and our goal here with BizfundingSecrets is honestly to help people, one, acquire leverage credit to acquire assets and build wealth, right? Just because we did not come from money does not mean there isn't, I call it the ultimate equalizer. And this is credit, okay? We have a chance to be able to leverage credit to acquire assets, to build wealth, so we can do the same thing too. However, we just get to get the right information so we can do this for ourselves, okay? So here's some truth about business funding. Oh, by the way, we funded over $1 million in the last 12 months. Personal, over 500K in business funding and counting. Obviously that's ongoing thing because clients are getting results over and over again. So that's why you should listen to me, because I might know one or two things that might help you here. Okay, so let's jump right into it. Today I'm just calling it as it is, man. There's so much cap around this business funding and exactly how to acquire funding that I think is crucial that we bring this to the light. Okay, so today we're talking about the truth about business funding. Let's jump right into it. Okay, cool. Guys, again, we funded over $1 million in for our clients, right? It's actually like 1.25 at this moment. And not one time have they ever asked about, hey, listen, what is your Paydex score? Do you have Granger, Will, CEO Creative, Uline? Do you have all of this stuff, right? Do you have a perfect 80 Paydex and above, right? They don't care about none of that. And I'm telling you from firsthand experience, because of our own experience in funding for clients and my own personal experience, right? When I first started in this journey, in this game, I just YouTube stuff, right? And you probably, if you YouTube this, they're probably still ranking #1. There's this big famous company, and they actually have a product that sells you on building this Uline and Grangers and Quill and all of this stuff. And I'm like, man, I did this for like 6 months. I was paying all of this, $30 here, $60 here, $100 here every month. And I was like, all right, cool. When do we get to this bag? Like 6 months later, a year later, like nothing. I was like, man, this is cap. And then I see other people on Instagram, they're like doing all this stuff. I'm like, man, like, yo, what's really the deal? And then, obviously by trial and error, bought a bunch of mentorship, spend thousands of dollars on this education, just trying to get it the right way. Because I wanted to be able to practice code for myself, right? And in this process, you guys, like, there was not one time the bank has ever asked me, Marco, what is your Paydex score? Not one time. Okay. Guys, we got people funded. They don't even have a website. They got over 60, 70, 80K. They don't even have a website, right? Like, they just have like, so I'm like, yo, stop all of this stuff, because listen, why are we here? We are here to get to the bag, right? We are here to get to the bag. So what is the fastest and surest way to get to the bag? Period. So let's talk about what the banks care about, right? They care about your financial accounts. Okay, your financial account matters. Okay, your financial account matters. Now, when it comes to business funding, there are two ways in which you can look at this. That we actually look at this over here. Number one is personal guaranteeing it by using your personal credit as the leverage. Okay, they need some sort of leverage, right? The banks need some sort of leverage in order to dish out the 60K, 100K, 200K that you want for to bring your idea to life, right? To bring your for my real estate investors to close on that property, for my coaches, right? To scale your business or to start your business if you have this idea in mind, right? To my e-commerce brands, to be able to scale up your stores, right? Like, what they care about is, okay, cool. One, for your personal guarantee, are you personal guaranteeing this? And if you are, you want to ensure that your personal credit structure is 100, right? Period. Like, by the way, if you haven't yet, download the cheat sheet. There's cheat sheets in the bio. We'll also go over it and make sure you have that. You want to make sure your credit is 100, your personal credit. That's one way to look at it, because now you're using your personal credit to leverage as the leverage, okay? What they call PG, personal guarantee. The next thing is really commercial kind of credit, okay? And in commercial credit, what happens is you want to ensure you have things that are reporting commercial financial accounts. This is the big boy league, okay? Commercial financial accounts. This is the big boy league. This is where you have things that are reporting on your Experian business, okay, on your Experian business account. And another one, SBFE, the Small Business Financial Exchange, right? Like those type of accounts where you have 80K, 50K, so you have a 100K financial account reporting on your Experian business, or you have like 250K reporting on your SBFE. Those are the type of accounts that they see the actual financial transactions that you as a company have handled properly. Now that Feel Safe is giving you the no PG stuff, right? Because they have comparable. We want to think as an underwriter, right? Like you guys know me, I'm huge on this. Think like an underwriter. Think like an underwriter, right? If I came to you and like, hey, listen, give me $100,000. Like, okay, cool, right? Have you done any business that shows, 50K? Have you shown any business in the past that have done 100K? Have you handled this kind of money before? If they pull and they see, oh yes, oh bet, like I'll give this to you because hey, Tom gave this to you, so okay, cool. Jerry will give this to you, right? I will gladly give this to you too. Boom, that's how it works. They have a comparable. That's the game changer, not the other trade accounts or store accounts that really does not matter much, except the only real place that I can actually see that actually matters is if you're gonna get like Sam's Club, a Sam's Club card. Sam's Club actually has a business MasterCard that you can use outside of Sam's Club, and you only pull EIN only or your TIN only. But besides that, you guys, I've not found one time. The max on there might be like 20, 30K that I've seen. And that person did a whole lot of work where literally in 30 days, without doing all of that stuff and spending all that money, leveraging your credit or building out your financials, people get 100, 200, 300. Like, it's like, I'm like, you kind of pick and choose, right? This is insider stuff that most people don't honestly share, or they put in their, 10K, 20K courses. Listen, I know because I'm part of it. All right, so here's the shortcut. The shortcut is your biz trade lines. There is a shortcut, okay? For those that don't want to quote unquote PG, and you do have the money to invest, and you do have an H corporation, you can add biz trade lines. And feel free to DM me directly if you want the shortcut. It is an investment, but I'm gonna leave it at that, right? But listen, if you want the big boy money, that's where it's at. There are people out there that actually do sell these. I have a connect that I could put you in connect with if you do want. That's why I said if you want to DM me, you can regarding this. But this is one of the fastest shortcuts, right? The first fastest shortcut I talked in one of the videos is getting a funding partner, right? You already have your business's age, you have it. If you have financials going and all of this good stuff, right? The next best. So that'll be one. If someone already has it and you're down, or maybe it's your business partner and you're down to even help you, maybe it's a family friend and they believe in your cause and what you're bringing out to the world in your business, and you want to start, you want to grow, right? You want to take to the next level. That could be one. Another shortcut is simply getting a business trade accounts, right? The right ones. I'm talking about financials. I'm not talking about those other guys, right? So feel free to, if you have more questions on that, feel free to either chat, post it inside of the group, or DM me directly on IG. All right, cool. So another part in besides those two, that if you really want to get deep, you want to ensure that one, your taxes are in play. You have the proper so the taxes, right? So typically, if it's an H corporation, or if you already have a business that's like rocking and rolling and you killed it last year, right? Make sure you have those taxes in play. That would definitely help you out. Is it needed? Nope. In the way in which we do it, but for the traditional ones, for the traditional ways, yes, right? Sometimes they do ask for that. Proper bookkeeping, proper accounting. You have the accounting software like QuickBooks, Self-Employed, making sure your payroll, like you have all that stuff in place, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you really want to get deep, that's like, make sure like that structure is really well. And for me, honestly, for any business that's acquiring funding, like you want to ensure that you have your business set up the right way as funds is rolling, right? But in the beginning stages, when we're just trying to acquire capital to either fund this idea that you have or scale your business, right? If you, especially in the funding idea, you might not even have none of this stuff yet, and that's totally okay, right? That's why you leverage your leverage your credit, leverage your funding partner, or leverage your biz financial accounts by going the other routes. Man, there's many ways to skin this cat, and I'm just giving you guys the straight facts. Okay, cool. This is what smart people do, right? Number one, you want to have the proper funding secrets. Okay, you want to have the proper funding secrets. Why is this essential? Because if you have the proper funding sequence, it's the difference between you getting like 50K versus you getting 250K, right? You want to have a plan. You want to have the funded cheat sheet, and if you haven't yet, feel free to grab that. There should be links in the description. Once you have the proper funding cheat sheet, you want to make sure that your personal credit is 100, right? Number three, you want to ensure that you're aligning with the bank strategically based on your report, right? Make sure you align with the bank strategically based on your report. And there's a training, if you haven't yet, join BizfundingSecrets, where I break this down into great detail on how you do this, okay? And then if we zoom out and actually really take a look as to where we are in this framework, which is super essential, you guys, like you need to know, you don't need to know, you get to know where in this framework are you when it comes to your funding, okay? Phase one, we talk about the mechanics. Phase two, we talk about momentum. Phase three, we talk about the money, right? What I just broke down is some ideas inside 3.2, which is your ultimate funding checklist, okay? It's super, super important that we understand, okay, boom, this is where I'm at. And then structurally, you can go from phase one, phase two, phase three, and repeat this step over and over again and get to the bag over and over again. When I first started, I wish I had like just a simple point A to point B that shows me from repairing my credit all the way to getting funded, where I can do this on repeat and just understand the bigger picture, because I'm a big picture guy. Like, give me the big picture and I can figure out, like, then figuring out the details would make sense, right? So I'm not in just a rabbit hole. Anyway, that's the video for today. Again, links in the description. We'd love to have you part of the family if you haven't yet. Talk to you guys in the next video. Peace.